Very good morning, class 11th. So, I really hope that you're getting the true meaning of this chapter Mother's Day written by J.B. Presley. So, let's try to understand what we are going to learn in this chapter more. So, we have learned that how Mrs. Annie Pearson and Mrs. Fitzgerald had changed their personalities, their bodies were same, and how the soul of Mrs. Fitzgerald had treated Doris and Cyril. And now both brother and sister had a conversation related to the mother, and she went to the kitchen, came outside with a glass of the stout, that drink in her hand. So here, we are going to learn about that Doris mentioned she worked 8 hours a day, so she's already tired. So in that manner, Mrs. Annie Pearson said that, okay, then I am done with my work. If 8 hours is a thing, and I need Saturday, Sunday off because I am working with no wages. You are at least getting something. So what happened? Mrs. Pearson entered. She noticed that both were laughing. So she asked, "Why you both Why you both are laughing?" So Cyril asked, "Can't we laugh now?" "Yes, if it's funny, go on, tell me." So she said, "Yes, if it's funny, you can laugh. Even you can tell me a joke. Even I can laugh with you." So Doris said, "You would not understand our jokes." So Mrs. Pearson said, "I was yawning at your jokes before you was born. You were born, Doris." So she said, "Doris, even you were not born at that time. From that time onwards, I'm yawning on these kinds of jokes." So Doris, she was almost in tears right now. So she asked, "What have we done? That why you're behaving so weird with us? What mistake we had done?" So Mrs. Pearson said, "Nothing but come in, ask for something, go out again, then come back when there is nowhere else to go." So Mrs. Pearson said that you just come in, order something, then go, then come back again. So you're just ordering the things. You're not realizing yet that you need to do something. So Cyril asked, "Look, if you won't get tea ready, then I will find something to eat myself." So Cyril asked, "If tea is not ready, I can find something for myself to eat." So she said, "Okay, yes, you can go." So Cyril said, "I have been working all day." Even Doris mentioned, "Yes, same here." So Mrs. Pearson, "You just work 8 hours a day." Cyril, "Yes, 8 hours a day, and don't forget it." So Mrs. Pearson says that, "Yes, you work 8 hours a day. So even I am done with it." So Doris and Cyril, it was the comment for both by Mrs. Pearson. "So I am done with it. I have done my 8 hours." So Doris said, "That's different." Cyril said, "Because you are a housewife, because mother was not working outside, so it said that that's different." So mother said, "No, it's not different. 40 hours week for all now. Even I need 2 days off. I would not make anything on Saturdays and Sundays." So Doris was surprised. "So you would not do anything on Saturday and Sunday?" So she said, "Yeah, might be I can do 1 or 2 work, but I need off now. I will go out and I will enjoy." So Mrs. Her children, Doris and Cyril, asked, "Where would you go?" So Mrs. Pearson said, "It's none of your business. I am so big enough that I can go anywhere right now. I need that weekend to celebrate about it." So then Doris asked, "Are you alright? Did you fall or hit your head somewhere that you're behaving in a very, very weird manner?" So Mrs. Pearson said, "Stop bubbling. You're not a baby." Because Doris started crying because mother was speaking in a very rough tone with her, which she never used to do actually. "So you're not a baby. You're old enough to go out with Charlie's friends. You're old enough to behave properly. Now stop it." So George Pearson enters now. He noticed that his daughter Doris was crying. He asked what happened. She said, "You will see. You will see." So basically, George Pearson was not clear with the idea that why Doris was crying. So as soon as he entered, he noticed that his wife was drinking stout, and he said, "At this time of a time," so she said, "Why? What happened? I can't have this specific time. I can't take it." So he said, "Because you don't drink it." So she said, "Now these are the changes. I'm doing something interesting." So he said, "Well, that ought to be a nice change for you." "So what do you mean? It must be sometime since you were surprised at me, George. So means there's a surprise for you." So George says, "I don't like surprises. I'm for all steady going on." But then he says, "Okay, I really want to tell you that I forgot to tell you that today, especially tonight, I'm going for a snooker match there at the club, and I'm not and a bit of supper going." So he said that today I'm going to the club for the snooker match, and there I will have the supper, and so I don't require any tea right now. So tea she has basically not prepared, if you remember. She said no to Doris and Cyril both. So she said, "Even tea is not prepared for you." So he said, "Why? Why tea is not prepared for me? Suppose I wanted that tea, what would happen?" So Mrs. Pearson, she started laughing. "See what this man is asking for. Then she gave an example. I haven't prepared that. I haven't prepared the thing, and he is asking if I would ask for. See, then she said that suppose you're at the club, you're at the counter, and you're saying to that person, that to the bartender, I don't want any drink, and he said, even have not poured a glass for you. So what would happen? So why you're behaving in this manner? You don't require tea. I haven't prepared. So why you're getting angry on this? Basically, why Mr. Pearson got angry, because he was not used to this kind of behavior by his wife, because she always used to prepare. So right. So then he mentioned about it, that you're going to that club where people make fun of you at your back. So she said, fun, you're making a joke, you're saying lie. So she said, no. People laugh at the club, they call you Pompey Ompy Pearson. You're leaving your wife here who is not making jokes on you, and you're going to those people who make fun of you by calling you Pompey Ompy Pearson. Basically means, as you're fatty and you're slow, so people make fun of you. And George Pearson basically did not believe on this fact. So this you need to remember about this 8 hours job and this about George Pearson. So I hope this is clear to you. Rest we can discuss later on. Thank you.